All right, excuse me. All right, y'all. This is number 30 out of the review for test 2. So let's see if we can figure out what we got going on here, y'all. I'm going to call this part A. So let's figure out a couple of things, y'all. In part A, we know the value of f is 3. We know the value of g is 1. We're trying to find f minus g. 3 minus 1 is just 2. So, y'all, I'm going to put a 2 right there. Okay. Let's call this part B. Okay, in part B, y'all, we know that f is negative 6. We know that g is negative 5. We are trying to find f plus g. So negative 6 plus negative 5, negative 11. And that's what I'm going to write right there. Okay. Let's call this part C. So in part C, y'all, I don't know the value of f, but we know that g is negative 1, okay? And we know that f plus g is equal to positive 1, okay? So let's see if we can figure that out. F plus g, which is negative 1, is equal to positive 1. So if we add 1 to both sides, then f is going to have to be equal to 2, so we can put a 2 right there. And then we also want to figure out what's f minus g. Since we just found f to be 2 minus, and we already knew that g was negative 1, that becomes 2 plus 1, y'all. That's going to be 3, okay? Let's call this part D, okay? In part D, what do we know? We know the value of f is negative 4. We don't know the value of g, okay? But we know that f minus g is negative 6. So look, y'all, negative 4 minus g equals a negative 6. If I move the g that way, it becomes positive. If I move the 6 that way, it becomes positive. So negative 4 plus 6 is equal to g. That's telling me negative 4 plus 6, y'all, that's 2. So that's going to be a 2 right there, okay? We also want to figure out what is f plus g, okay? So if g is 2, negative 4 plus 2 is a minus 2. So that's going to go right there. Okay? Now, I'm just going to copy this part right here, y'all, on my next slide, okay? We do not know the value of f. We do not know the value of g. But we do know the value of f plus g, and we do know the value of f minus g. F minus g is a negative 15, and f plus g is 5. My friends, if we were to add down, this would give me a 2f. Those g's would cancel. 5 and negative 15 would be a negative 10. So if we divide them both by 2, f, y'all, would be a negative 5. So that's a negative 5 right there. Okay? So let's see if we can find g. Look, y'all, I'm going to come back to this problem right here. Negative 5 plus g equals 5. If I move that 5 over, it becomes positive, and 5 plus 5, y'all, is going to be 10. So f is negative 5, and g is positive 10. And we got all our answers, okay? If you got any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help.